Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. This is our regular board meeting for the month of August, as hard as that is to believe. School starts tomorrow. So, board members, you have on your desks the proposed agenda for this meeting. And so the floor would be open for a motion that we approve this agenda or make any additions or changes you'd like to see.
Move to approve the agenda for the August 4th board meeting.
All right, thank you. Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. All right, thank you. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So, board members, in our email from Ms. Williams on the 30th of July were the draft minutes from the July 7th board meeting. And again, the floor is open for a motion to approve those minutes or make any changes that you see are necessary.
Move to approve the July 7th board meeting minutes.
Okay, got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. Thank you. We also have in today's email the disbursements for the month. If you haven't had a chance, you can take a moment and look through any of those. We don't have Ms. Williams here, but I'll bet Mr. Jones would take a crack at answering any questions you might have.
I'm pretty familiar with most of them, so
That's right.
anything I don't know, I'll ask her and get back with you.
That's right. I'll make a motion that we approve the disbursements for the month. I just remembered I can do that too.
I second.
Okay, and I have a second. Any comments or questions? Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. Thank you. For our principals' reports, good evening. Are you ready?
We're ready.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
So I have a report for each school. So I'll
Okay.
start with Askins. So we had our successful open house this last Thursday. We had lots of our parents and students come out to see us, and we are enjoying the new updated entrance, and a lot of them were talking about how nice it was. So I wanted y'all to know that a lot of people had compliments about the new entrance when they came last Thursday. Starting tomorrow, this week, we have phase-in days for our pre-K and kindergarten students. So that means different groups of kids will come each day, and they only stay till 11:30. So next week, though, it'll be full day with all the kids for pre-K and kindergarten, but we just give them a little bit of time to phase in. But we're excited. We're welcoming a bunch of returning students starting tomorrow, and then we have a lot of new kiddos. We'll have new faces that we'll greet tomorrow, and we're excited about that. For the middle school, they had a very successful open house as well. They had 117 students attend the Come and Go event. They have plans in place this year to implement a green team project where each grade level will be responsible for their section of a garden. They're also excited to offer morning tutoring for ELA and math, as well as implementing some clubs. They were going to implement book club, arts and crafts club, and a gaming club after school this year. For the high school, they had a great week of professional development. Everyone in all the schools, I will say, enjoyed learning from Ron Clark and Brian Mindler when they came and spoke with us this past week. And the high school and all schools plan to implement strategies that we've learned from both speakers. High schools also had many new students come and register, and we'll all have better counts actually on our enrollment numbers next month.
Sure.
Fall sports will be getting underway soon, so check the school website for the calendar. All of our games are on the calendar, and if there are any rainouts, they will put that on the FHS Facebook for any updates on that. The FHS staff is ready for the students to come back, and they're waiting for them in the morning with a smile on their faces. So we're just all excited and ready for tomorrow.
I think we're all just super excited to get the kids back in.
I am.
It's been
We
a
are.
good summer. The building leadership has done a phenomenal job. In particular at Ralph Askins, the summer program this year, in my opinion, was the best we ever had. A lot of people, I would name names, but I'm afraid I'll leave somebody out because a lot of people were involved in that. It was really, really good. Considering the fact that we had a $1 million project going on for construction in the front, all the logistics involved, I'm very proud of everybody's efforts. It's been a good summer.
So with regard to the comment you made about phasing in and whatnot, we like to invite ourselves over and welcome families and students at the start of the year. We had sort of thrown out this Wednesday morning as a possibility.
Sure.
Is there a better morning that would work?
I mean,
Like at your school or-
Wednesday's good. Just for pre-K and kindergarten, that would be girls only that day.
Okay.
But boys and girls come Thursday. They just only come for half of the day. So
Right.
Wednesday is good because the other grades are all in full attendance.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll probably divide and conquer that job on Wednesday then, if that's the will of the board when we
sounds good.
talk. We'll talk. We usually pick schools and rotate around and try to get to see the schools. I know it means a lot to us. I hope it means as much to the families and
Sure.
the students as it does to us, but it sure is fun to see them. Super.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. My understanding is we had no member of the public ask for a chance to speak.
That's correct.
So we'll move on to supervisors' reports. And I guess Ms. Dotson is our designated spokesperson for the supervisor.
I am.
Okay.
So, again, to kind of reiterate what Brittany said, of course, we always want to know, we really utilized our Stronger Connections grant to be able to have the powerhouse presenters that we had this year. Of course, if you got to see Dr. Mabry, we were talking about, he was fantastic at the community event on that night. He's a fabulous speaker. Also, we didn't, J.D. Hughes, who was our PE presenter. I appreciated Coach Camp had read, he's published several books. He is the Ron Clark of PE. And we, of course, invited our Giles County friends to come over as well. But he's all about integrating academic strategies into PE. So we were very excited to have him. And I want to brag on our own people. We really built the capacity of our own people this year by having the curriculum meetings for English, math, social studies, and science. We got a lot of positive feedback about that as well, because we wanted to make the best first step into the new year that we possibly could. Because, for the rest of the world, New Year's resolutions are January 1. For school people, it's the beginning of the school year with a brand new shiny school year. So we feel good about that. We feel like we've empowered our people, a lot of positive energy. Hope you guys are feeling that positive energy as well. We feel really good about, we've hired some really good new people, and we got some new people who are some of our former people. And, success is about getting people in the right seats and the right places. And we feel like we've done that. We're feeling strong and good about that. Also participated in an activity. I know Shantae was there. I want to brag on the new football coaches. I think Heels to Helmet was a fantastic activity. We had 9 people that were either administrators in the schools or at the central office, and we had a fabulous time. Now, I had a couple people get salty with me because they were like, I thought we were just sticking stickers on helmets. But we actually, we were sitting there, and I'm sure you figured out all the stuff on the board. Some of the rest of us didn't, but, they were, what was it Carla said today? She found out she knew FS was free safety.
Mm-hmm.
So that was her deal. But want to really brag on the coaches for putting forth the effort to do that. We felt very welcome. Everybody, do you not think everybody had a great time? The kids enjoyed it, and I think it's going to be an annual event that they're going to do that was just fabulous. So next year, we're going to make sure you guys come as well, so we will get you there. But everything else, I feel like is rolling along, school improvement plans, those type things. For us, tomorrow kind of takes the pressure off of us and puts it on everybody else, but I think it's going to be a fantastic year. Great weather, great new awnings and facilities, and great people working in the buildings. What more could you have? Do you guys have any questions? Anything specifically? I appreciate. Also, we talked about thank you for being supportive and coming to the professional development events and some of the nights. Sometimes if you're the spouse of someone, you also maybe you work that night. So you guys were very visible. You were everywhere all the time, and that did not go unnoticed nor unappreciated. So hopefully you felt the positive energy as well. Do you guys have any questions?
Appreciate, I'll just say, you said this many times, we really appreciate the Rock for
Absolutely.
hosting our professional development and kickoff breakfast and whatnot. Turned out to be a great facility for us. And
Really good.
First time we've had it there, but we really appreciate the hospitality. They were super hospitable and open to
Absolutely.
us, and we really appreciate that.
And I'm sure Mr. Jones can tell you, Pastor Matt immediately said, hey, let's book you for next year.
Yeah, they were exceedingly kind to us, and we're looking forward to having a continued good relationship to be able to help one another and be good neighbors. So we appreciate them immensely.
Yeah, and Ron Clark and then Brent, what was the other speaker?
Brian Mindler.
Brian, not Brent, Brian Mindler, yeah. They were high energy. They were really high energy. I'm glad I got to hear some or all of their presentations because they were really good.
Yeah, honestly, the team did a great job putting that together. It would be unlikely that anywhere, any system in the country had a better, more expertly informed professional development series for the start of their school year than Fayetteville City Schools did this year.
It was
really
really
good.
packed, yeah.
And through the grant as well, we were able to purchase copies of Brian Mindler's book for everyone in the system. So the middle school and high school are going to do a book study of his book that they're going to do throughout the year.
Yeah.
So, any questions you guys have? Again, if you've got ideas for next year, please let us know. We're always open to improvement and integrating some progressive strategies. Thank you very much.
All right, I think you nailed it this year for sure. Ms. Williams is not here, but we do have, I think in one of the emails, right? Probably today's email, financial reports, the monthly reports of revenues and also expenditures. Yes, those are in today's emails. Again, if you have any questions, probably the best thing to do is just talk to Mr. Jones or Ms. Williams offline. But those are just for our information anyway. We do appreciate those. In terms of committee reports, facilities, and transportation, several things are exciting under that category.
Yeah, I've got a neat report this month. Obviously, the entrance to Ralph Askins is complete. There are a couple of finishing touches. The letters that'll say Ralph Askins on the brick wall, it'll be the new sign, are still in transit, so they'll be installed as soon as they come in. The structure itself is complete. It's completely functional. The paving is better than expected and filled out. The painting on that's finished. We're in good shape. We're ready to rock for tomorrow. I think we're already appreciative of it, and it looks like $1 million, but even the landscaping, they've gone out and all the buried dirt has been covered with sod and the landscaping's complete. It's just lovely. I didn't really, looking at the mock-ups and the drawings, I knew it would look pretty, but I thought, well, that'll look pretty, and then each side will look like it always did. But it pulls it together, and you can't tell that, it just makes it look like a almost new building. It's really nice. I'm very pleased with it. The walkways from the annex to the end of the building, a lot of that work will be completed during our breaks as different material come in, and that'll be done when students aren't around for the most part. But we're good. I'm pleased with that. That project is essentially complete. Then we've got, I know everybody wants to know about the Dome project, which is our TEMA grant. Been speaking with them consistently. They've approved everything that we need. It's been sent to Atlanta. So FEMA has it, and it's in process, so all of our paperwork is in the queue, waiting their approval. Once they approve it, it'll go to Washington. We've already spoken to the staff in Washington who are eagerly awaiting that. It's just a processing delay at this point. It's beyond the 60-day deadline for them, but I think there are a lot of projects that are beyond that deadline because they have a lot of projects to process, and I think their staff is just working as much as they can. So that's where we're at. Once we get news that it's approved there, I'll let you know, and if there were something to happen and it's not approved there, I'll give you an update on what the new strategy will be or what the next step would be at that time. But I have no reason to believe at this point that it would not be approved, so that's where that is. All the buses are in good shape and ready to go with the exception of one, and we've got a couple of spares, so we're in great shape with buses. All the buildings are in good shape. To my knowledge, all the air conditioning, heating, water, all the physical infrastructure we need is pretty much tip top, and anything that isn't, the parts are on the way to make it that way. So we're in good shape. I'm pleased, and I think we're ready to get off to a really good start tomorrow, and I'm very much looking forward to the students coming back. It's going to be great.
You may have announced the acquisition, the final acquisition of the new property last month, but do you have any update to give?
We own what we refer to as the Deaton property now. I believe all the paperwork's done. I think all of the documents proving our ownership are filed and down in the safe downstairs with the city. So we own that. As the school year gets started and all the things that need to be attended to in the first couple of weeks come to fruition, we will slowly start the process of making it into the offices that we need it to serve, and it's in good shape. It's great. I'm grateful to the family. They were gracious to us and patient, and we were able to get a really good deal on that property, and it's going to be valuable for the Fayetteville City Schools in the future. So it's great. And I also want to, this is an unusual thing, I haven't really done this before, but the project at Ralph Askins with the entry, it was done, we didn't have a lot of bidders, and we had a lot of people interested, but the reason that a lot of them said they weren't interested in bidding is because of the timeline. They were like, we can't do that in that amount of time. And so there were just very few that could. Boyce Ballard is the company that did that, and I've been involved with a lot of different projects from various sizes in the system at different levels throughout my career, and they were a fantastic group of people to work with. Anytime we do work, obviously it goes out to bid per state law, and we were fortunate that they received the bid. As a company, they did everything they said they would do. They were honest and straightforward. They went above and beyond and met their deadline, and I'm appreciative of their efforts. So I want to give them some kudos during the meeting as well.
Well, I know Dr. Deaton was a big Tiger supporter in life. Was on the Hill every Friday night, I think, in the press box helping out. And we appreciate that, and then it's just seems so fitting to us that
Absolutely
becomes part of a system that he was so supportive of, and we do appreciate appreciate the family being so supportive.
And I would call everyone's attention, it's on the 26 capital outlay cash disbursements page. The amount, we were able to get that property for $238,491.60. There were a couple $100s of other processing and fees to our attorneys who helped process the paperwork, but that's remarkably good.
And that now, the school system now owns from that cross street between William D. Jones, behind the state office, right off the bypass. We own from that cross street all the way to the cemetery. And
Yes,
that's,
sir.
you said it was 3-ish acres?
A little over, yes,
A
sir.
little over 3 acres, so, you know, real estate is precious in every context, but on Tiger Hill, that's an important 3 acres for the future, so thank you.
Sir.
For all your work on that as well. Appreciate it.
Happy to do it. And that concludes facilities and transportation.
All right. In finance, board members, we do have one line item amendment, number 1, that was emailed out. The bulk of the funds in that realignment has to do with, if you'll recall, as part of the governor's voucher bill, there was the provision that the state would provide a $2,000 per teacher pre-tax bonus. And so those funds have been received by our system, and I assume all the other systems across the state. And so in order to pass those funds on, which we're in the process of doing, we need to make this realignment in the budget, because obviously at the time we passed our budget, we didn't know that was going to be, those were going to be revenues we would have to share with our teachers. And so keeping in mind those are $2,000 pre-tax bonuses, but that's the $214,000 that's realigned to another line. And then there's some smaller dollar amounts there that relate to medical insurance and substitutes. So if I would make the motion, the Finance Committee reviewed this, and I would make the motion that we approve this line item amendment number 1 to the 26 general purpose budget.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions? Does that make sense to everybody? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. All right, thank you. And we also have an annual requirement, and in this I'll just go ahead and state it as a motion that we grant. I'd like to make the motion that we grant approval to Mr. Jones to file necessary amendments and fund transfers for federal projects for the 25-26 school year. But again, that's an annual requirement that we have.
Second.
Have a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Thank you. Insurance and policy. Anything tonight? Nothing tonight. All right. We will roll on. Superintendent's report, Mr. Jones.
Yes, I'd like to ask the board to approve the disciplinary hearing authority members for the 25-26 school year. The list is included in your files, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
So you need the board approval of
We
that.
need board approval of
Okay.
that list.
Board approval for that motion. I assume you saw that in your email.
I make a motion to approve the DHA authority recommendation.
Okay.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions? Thank those folks for their willingness to serve. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Great.
Okay. I also would like to ask the board to approve the resignation of Andrew Hall. He's a tenured teacher, a fantastic teacher. He's got another opportunity, and he has decided to seek that out, and we wish him very well. But I would ask the board to approve his resignation.
It's a sad.
Yeah,
There's
nobody wants to.
There's some sad ones, and
But I sure you love him. He's not gonna come to work. We love you, Andrew.
It's an obligation
He's
to
not
the
showing
board.
up.
But it is fitting. I tell you, I think the silence shows what this board feels about Andrew Hall and
Yeah,
what
he's
he's
great.
meant to our students and this school system over a
Absolutely.
number of years. We are so grateful. What a great teacher and a great man to,
And he knows our door is open should he ever reconsider.
okay. Anybody want to sadly make that motion? All right, thank you. We have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. All right.
And that concludes my report, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thanks. So I looked ahead at the calendar for next month, and our first board meeting would be Labor Day. And something tells me y'all might or might not want to meet on Labor Day. So I am all open to possibilities. I just looked at my calendar, I'm out, starting the 7th. In fact, I'm out starting the 5th, and I'm really out for a while. But you don't have to have me, we just have to have a quorum. So I'm out open to dates. I mean, if Tuesday would work theoretically,
Yes,
or we can
we can go
bump it
for
any other time the board sees fit.
the 2nd or the 8th or 9th, whatever the board, what's everybody's calendar look like?
Tuesday works for me.
No, okay,
Okay.
the second, would that,
Second.
okay, we can always change that if somebody realizes a major problem. We'll plan on then announcing that publicly, that Tuesday, September 2nd will be our next regular monthly board meeting. All right. So there will be lots of news and information next board meeting that we'll be excited to hear.
And I'll go ahead and, it may be a little larger agenda. I'll probably ask all three of the principals to come in person and give an initial kind of start of your report. Furthermore, I'm considering, if there are no objections, that we may have Henry, our service dog, come in to meet the board.
That would be
So
awesome.
there'll be a few different things added to the agenda.
Okay.
And hopefully it won't be super long, but a little longer than it has been through the summer, so.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Okay.
Okay, any further information anybody wants to pass along? All right, if not, we will stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.